O intervals gets its name from interval running training, which is effort and then rest, and then effort and then rest. It's really important to do, if you're interested in running fast, it's important to do this kind of training for orienteering for your legs, but your brain is also working really hard in orienteering, and you can stress your brain in a very similar way. But doing it just relentlessly over a long session can also be quite tough. So the purpose in doing these O interval exercises is to give your brain a really good challenge for a short section of time, and also your legs at the same time. But we'll focus on the navigation in this video. And that will allow you to push your technique a little bit further and get used to training at a speed and a kind of a feeling of the process that is very similar to what it would be like on race day. We can often do a lot of slow training and we feel good and I didn't make any mistakes today, but we were just going slow. And then come race day, you realize your technique and your process is not up to scratch for moving on faster legs. So it can be really important to do these interval style trainings so that we get a good sense of what our technique feels like at high speed. And then we can inspect our technique in a way that's really relevant to what it's going to be like in a performance environment. We can decide, okay, I now see that there's some things I'm really missing in my technique that weren't obvious when I was going slow, but I've been doing these intervals, and on 3 out of my 6 intervals, there were multiple controls where I didn't have an exit direction planned. So that might suggest that you're not planning ahead enough. And so you can take that as feedback, whether that's telling you to slow down or telling you that you need to include exit direction planning in part of your process is up for you to decide. But you need to go fast in order to know exactly what the relevant issues are. So success in this exercise really looks like you've done a hard physical session, but you've done a really hard navigation session also. And you can come to the finish and know maybe some changes, or you've got more confidence that your technique is ready for a race environment.